No. Somebody stop him. Somebody bloody stop him. Alisson comes out with his big barbecue chicken leg. Yeeted myself down the hill. Naturally, I had to do what was right. Kecks off, undies on the head. Right, hello everybody, welcome back to The Golden Sky. I'm Tom. Liverpool have just beaten Brighton 2-0 at Anfield. We are back. We are back. It's as simple as that. This is the player ratings, so let's get into it with all the players who played today. It wasn't even cardiac reds today, was it? It was pretty much just minor heart tremor reds today. Which, honestly, at this point, I will take minor heart tremor reds than full cardiac arrest reds. At this point in the season, I can handle minor heart tremors all day long at this point. Clean sheet, happy days. 2 goals from Hugo, happy days. Let's get into it, everybody. Let's get these fellas on the board. And let's give them some ratings. That's what you've all come for. This is the player ratings. We do this after every game, of course. Happy ratings again. What a time to be alive. 2 in the matter of a few days. Happy ratings. It was pure depressing ratings for like a month and a half there, at least. Glad those days appear to be over. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So let's start in the goal with Alisson, of course. And Ali's ratings this season have been very, very repetitive. I mean, I could have basically had a script like I was a scam artist ready to sell you some fake IT support product and then get you off to your local Walmart to pay me in Amazon gift cards. However, today we've changed the script and it goes a bit like this. At 1-0, Brighton get themselves through on goal and Gomez has the shot and Alisson comes out with his big barbecue chicken leg and just saves it. Keeps us at 1-0, crucial time in the game. And that was maybe the difference. If that goes in, who knows what happens to us at that point. But that's what we want to see from the goalkeeper. That's exactly why you have a player like Alisson in your net, to keep you ahead in games where you give up a few chances. That's why you have him. That's why you pay the big bucks for a hero like Alisson. Second half, he had a few little instances of like crosses to deal with. There were a few that came like flying across the box. One that he like tipped just about with his hand and proceeded to like nutmeg half the entire pitch after he tipped it. Don't know how he did that. It was honestly like he was water bending the ball, but instead of water bending, it was just like maybe wind bending is a more accurate term. And kept the clean sheet. So you can't complain with that whatsoever. I mean, 5 this season, clean sheets for Liverpool apparently. I don't know how we've managed to do that, to be honest. We went 2-0 up and we didn't even throw the lead away. So, in my eyes, that's party time. And it means that Alisson Becker is getting a mighty 8. Because that save is so crucial, guys, at that time of the game. Like, if he doesn't make that, it's a whole different game. I would like him to maybe just sort out his kicking a bit, though. He is loving floating it out to wingers for the opposition team at the minute. That is his favourite thing. I don't know how he does that. And then he'll have the ball in his hands and he'll play like a 90-yard kick out of his hands directly onto someone's head. Like, how does that make any sense at all? Wind bending, I'm telling you, guys. And Joe Gomez at right back, I wish he was a bit more bendy, because this fella, I mean, if he has to exert any physical force on his body for longer than a brief period in time, he just falls apart at the seams. I don't know what his injury is yet, guys. I literally come straight up and record the ratings after the game finishes without reading any news, if there has been any. But, yeah, it didn't look good, did it? It was one of them where he just goes down, sits down, like he knew something was up. It's going to be muscular, I would assume. And this is the story of Gomez. I mean, if they made a show like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, this is the story all about how Gomez got injured for that 1 millionth time. That'd be a pretty boring show. It'd just be Gomez plays a game of football, and then he's in the Aussie for like the next 2 months. That's the career of Gomez at Liverpool. 10 years we've watched this. And it's a real shame, because he does do well. He does really well when he was on the pitch, to be honest. He has the header in the first minute that gets the assist for Ekitike's first goal. Another assist for him. He's been chirping up with a few of them recently, which is great. And then he also had that run where he goes full Dani Alves down the right wing and he just starts taking everybody on. I couldn't believe it. He literally takes everybody on, gets right to the touchline, ran across there like he's walking a tightrope. But then his legs fell apart, or his hips, or God knows what else it could have been. Honestly, I don't know what to do with Gomez at this point because this is just too repetitive. It happens every year, and now we have literally no defenders. However, whilst he was on the pitch, he was pretty good. I will give him a 6 just purely because he only played about 20 minutes, guys. I think we can all agree with that. Konate, though, a pleasant surprise yet again. I mean, it must be a Christmas miracle. I'm going to put it on my Christmas list. I'm going to write to Santa. Listen, Santa lad, me and you, we've been mates for 23 years. Yeah, you've brought me good stuff over the years. This year, all I'm asking for is make it pretty simple. Yeah, I don't want to ever see that Under Armour be the problem advert on TV ever again with Konate in. That you just couldn't write how memeable that is. He's just sat there, be the problem in the background, and then he has the worst start to a season in the history of football. He literally was the problem, and I don't want to see that, Santa. So if you can just get that right off TV, and then if you can make Konate play just like this, I'm not asking for Beckenbauer. I'm not asking for Maldini. I'm not asking for Costa Curta. I'm asking for just this, just where he's not disastrous. Now, I thought he played well. The block he makes on Minter in the first half is a great block when he sort of went through after the ball came over the top and he's like trying to shift it on his left foot. Konate read it well, stood up, got the block in. It was good defending. He made another really good header towards the end of the game when they stand the cross up to the back post and he had a player in front of him and a player behind him and he managed to rise up like a big grizzly bear, just climbing a tree, headed the thing out of play. Loved it. Loved to see it, and then gave everyone a big, massive high five. That's the best thing that he does, by the way, high fives. If anyone needs like a masterclass in high fiving, this is your guy. I'm telling you, he has mastered the art, and I thought that it was just nice to see him do some like good defending. To be honest, he did, however, absolutely scythe down. I can't remember who it was in the middle. Was it Gruder? I think it was Gruder. The poor lad, he got sent into a different stratosphere, honestly. He's lucky that Anfield has walls on it, because if it didn't have walls on it, he was at Mercury, that fella. I mean, he was just out of the solar system, gravitational pull of the Earth, gone with that challenge from Konate. He absolutely smashed him. Got away with his yellow card. Love it. If you're going to get a yellow card, get your money's worth. That's what I say. And he sure did. I mean, he wellied him. And then, about 5 minutes later, he goes full Joel Matip and starts dribbling out from the back. I'm thinking, no, somebody stop him. Somebody bloody stop him. He's on a stampede. He's gone full Rhino. Just stop him. Never go full Rhino, Ibu, because he did go full Rhino. And he's on a yellow and he smashes somebody. Luckily, got the ball. But if he didn't, he was probably off. Never let him go full Rhino. And let that be a message to all of you lot as well. Never go full Rhino, especially when you're on a yellow card. That's golden sky advice right there. But I'm giving him an 8. I thought he was solid. Who knew? Who thought this was going to happen? And Van Dijk next to him had a pretty quiet game, in all honesty. From what I can remember. Anyway, like, Konate was the one who seemed to be having the pressure put onto him. And Van Dijk was just chilling next to him. Just chilling. Winning a few headers. Doing his bit. Loved it at the end. When Salah is trying to, like, run through and he's waiting for his passing opportunity. And out of absolutely bloody nowhere, here comes Virgil van Dijk steamrolling down the middle of the pitch. I mean, what on earth was that all about? When has Van Dijk ever done that? He was like the bloody Polar Express there flying through. And I'll tell you a little story about the Polar Express. My family will probably already know this, so any of you are watching, strap in. But when I was a child, I watched the Polar Express. And when the kid missed the train, I'm talking like I'm about 4, maybe. When the kid missed the train, that was too much for me to handle. I just had a full breakdown. Couldn't believe he'd missed the train. His life was over. He was so upset. I was so upset. I think I had literally a tantrum and a breakdown that bad that poor kid missed that train. I couldn't watch the rest of the film. I was just too gutted. And it was like reliving that again today because Salah didn't put him in. And it was flashbacks of the Polar Express. That is too much to talk about. Let's just give him his 7 and move on. And drop in the comments if you also have any Christmas film trauma. It's that time of year, isn't it? You know, trauma and Christmas. Okay, Kerkez. This fella, He might have left Minter with some trauma today because he devoured him, didn't he? How's that for a segue, by the way? He devoured Minter today. I think he really, really relished the battle with Minter. Minter's the type of winger who wants to go one-on-one with you all the time. He's aggressive, he's strong, he's pacey, he wants to try and beat you. He can go either way. He's got a bit of skill. And Kerkez, it was like he was really like, come on, we're going to really go at it today. Super aggressive. I mean, some of his headers are genuinely insane. It's a bit like Tom Cruise Mission Impossible style stuff. He's just flying about the place, like doing the most ridiculous shit you've ever seen in your life. To win a header on the halfway line, and you're thinking, lad, just settle down a second. But he doesn't settle down. He doesn't settle down the whole game. And it was actually maybe his best performance for Liverpool. Maybe. Should we say that? I'm pretty confident in saying that. I think that was maybe his best performance. You've seen it when he matches Minter's run, gets his body in the way, the ball rolls through to Ali, and he gets up and lets out a massive, yes, like a massive war cry. Hungarian screaming. Hungarian fullbacks again today in this game. Love to see that. Give them a fresh bowl of goulash each after this game is finished. Yeah, I mean, it was really good to see. I liked it when he was going forward as well. He seems to have a little bit more, not that he was absolutely flying, but a little bit more freedom to sort of go wide as well as infield with this slightly changed system where we've got lots of players in the middle of the pitch rather than the start of the season when we were operating with 0 players in the middle of the pitch. Always preferred to have somebody there than nobody. So well done to Liverpool for figuring that one out. 16 games into the season. But yeah, I just thought it was really solid, winning good headers at the back post. That's something he struggled with early in the Liverpool career when the crosses are coming in and he has to like get up early and jump and match the jump of his winger. Really good. Literally had the worst cramp you've ever seen at the end of that game. Fella could barely move. That's because he'd spent the previous 88 minutes charging around the pitch like a banshee, going full berserk. I mean, love to see it. Love the mullet. It's just... Mullets are in right now, guys, and Kerkez is leading the way. That is the best mullet. It's like, is it even a full mullet? I don't even know what you'd call his hair. I might grow mine like his. What do we reckon? I mean, I need to work on the back. You don't see the back of my head ever, but that's where I'm lacking in the Kerkez mullet haircuts. Anyway, we're rambling here. Let's give him an 8 and move on. Right, Gravenberch. He was fine today, and when I was watching the game, I was thinking of what I was going to say about Gravenberch that's not already I've said something this season about him. Like, he was good, he did his job in the middle, he made good interceptions, he dropped into the back 4 towards the end of the game to make a sort of back 5, and he was good there, tracking runners, winning headers. I like to see that defensive side of his game on the ball, doing a few decent bits and bats to try and link the play up going forward as well, so that was good to see. But that's about it. So I've took this opportunity to tell you about my morning this morning because it was absolutely mental and it deserves a mention. I'm just chilling out. My mum calls me that she's walking my dog and he's ran down a hill and she can't get him and he's stuck. So naturally, I fucking leg it down to where he is. Like, my name is, I don't know, Milos Kerkez. I'm just legging it through like a maniac. Find him, right? And he's like at the bottom of this hill with all thorns everywhere. I just yeeted myself down the hill. You never see my legs on here, but they are absolutely mangled by thorns and nettles and everything. But I rescued him. Pure rescue mission, like routing Gravenberch, sweeping up at the back. That's how to link it back to the football. I'm rescuing Liverpool. I'm rescuing my dog. And we've brought it back. Perfect. 7. Happy days. Let's move on to McAllister. Now, McAllister was the furthest forward of our midfielders today. In the way that we played, I mean, Wirtz as well, of course, but he was more of a forward in this game, to be honest. The other 4, Gravenberch, McAllister, Jones, Szoboszlai. McAllister ended up being the one who was the more advanced and the more central of them all, the tip of the diamond, if you like. And he really does have no legs, McAllister. Like, he was never quick to begin with, but he looks even slower this year, and that's not stopping him from having better performances at the minute. He definitely is playing better than he was at the start of the season. No, it's nothing vintage. I like to see him linking up. He's got a nice, neat touch around the corner. It's that sort of the Argentinian in him. I like to see that. That's always good and what McAllister brings to the team. His work rate is excellent. He just struggles to get around the pitch that well. And he gets absolutely wellied as well. I mean, that header where he gets clattered and he falls and his side just all his intestines just burst out of his stomach onto Anfield. That was essentially how he got injured. And then it puts the camera on him at the side when he's ready to come back on. His hair was all over the gaff. And he honestly looked like an 80-year-old pensioner. He really did. He has got a bit of that look going on. Like someone he's not seen clean water for the better part of a decade. And he's brushed his hair in the morning with a toffee apple. That's McAllister's current vibe. But I thought he was all right. Let's give him a 7. Look, we won, guys. It's happy ratings, celebratory ratings. And Jones is someone to celebrate through and through because this guy is going from strength to strength at the minute, and he can't be taken out of a team. I'm sorry. He has to be the same way Szoboszlai couldn't be taken out of a team earlier in the season when we thought maybe he might be on the bench after we made all our signings in the summer, and he made it clear, I'm the first name on the team sheet. Jones is doing a similar thing now. I mean, he is essential to this way that we're playing right now. Again, he was dropping into that back 3 to build up today. I don't know if any of you who watched my tactics video for the Inter game, when I pointed that out, it was happening again today. You could see him dropping in on that left centre-back role to build up, and we are so much better at build-up as a result. Now, we don't always do it perfect, especially second half when we were a little bit deeper playing on the counter, but first half especially, we are so much more fluid and able to play through the middle of the pitch with him on the pitch doing that. He was excellent. He literally never loses the ball, ever. It is amazing. It's like he's got it on a string sometimes. I mean, there was one bit where he's in the corner flag, and he does about 4 Cruyff turns in a row, and then gets fouled. Now, it was a bit risky, but that's the confidence he has in himself that he's never going to lose the ball. It's boss, to be honest. It's really, really good. He ends up at right back when Szoboszlai goes off. I mean, he does a decent job there. He's just a really, really solid player, and even better than solid at the minute. He's certainly overperforming solid, and so for that reason, to me, yet again, he gets another 9. I thought he was excellent today. Really, really good. And Szoboszlai starts the game on that right-hand side of the diamond sort of position. Ends up having to go to right back after about 20 minutes when Gomez's body just shattered into a billion pieces. You were a bit annoyed. Well, personally, I was a bit annoyed at that because you're like, oh, bloody hell. Bradley's suspended, Frimpong injured, still. And Gomez has now had his, bi-monthly croc. And Szoboszlai's back at right back. How has this happened? But honestly, it didn't really affect us all that much in the game, as bad as it has in the past when we've took Szoboszlai out of the middle. And I think that's because we were left with lots of central happy players still on the pitch. Like you look at Gravenberch, McAllister, Jones, Wirtz, they're all players who are happy to fill up that middle. And with the current way that we're playing, we have more bodies there. So having him at right back wasn't as disastrous as it was earlier in the season when we started to lose games. And not his most amazing game of the season, and he rolled his ankle there, I think, at the end, jumping over Alisson and Mitoma, who, by the way, Mitoma only ever plays well against Liverpool. I'm convinced he's one of those players. Antonio was the same for West Ham when he played back in the day. He always played well against us and nobody else. I don't care what you tell me about Antonio. He only ever played well against us. There's many players like that, and Mitoma's definitely one of them, and he comes on today, and I'm thinking, right, come on, Sobo, you shut him down. And I mean, he did enough, and he gets subbed off for the first time this season. He missed 10 minutes at the end there, 15 minutes. First time he's been subbed all year in the Premier League, so he's not going to have the perfect minutes season. But I think we can all agree he deserves a bit of a rest. Hopefully he's okay. We have a week till the next game, so yeah, buzzing about that. Let's just give him his 7, I think, today. It was just a good performance. Nothing outstanding. Nothing that really knocks your socks off. No undies on the head moments from Sobo today. Just solid. However, there was certainly undies on the head moments from Hugo Ekitike today, and it's maybe the quickest undies on the head moment we've ever had, because this fella, we'd scored 1 goal. I've been harping on about this for weeks and months on the Golden Sky here. We'd scored 1 goal before today in the first half an hour of a game in the Premier League all season. Today, we scored one in the first minute, and we now have the quickest goal in the Premier League this season. I mean, you couldn't make it up, could you? You really could not make that up. We've been so bad in the first half of games, really, and now we have the fastest goal. And Ekitike gets it, a header from Gomez, one touch, blasts the thing into the net, releases the absolute kraken, and naturally, I had to do what was right. Kecks off, undies on the head. Celebratory times, guys. Honestly, I knew the game was won at that point. I could write it off. This one's done. That's all she wrote. My undies are on my head, and it hasn't even been a minute. Absolutely buzzing. This guy is the absolute bee's knees, isn't he, guys? I mean, he really is. He is electric. He is like everything that I could have dreamed and more. He really is. He's so fast. I didn't realise how fast he is. When he gets going, he's like a sprinter, an Olympic sprinter, the way he just mows over the ground. He's running past Lewis Dunk, in fairness, who I reckon I'm quicker than Lewis Dunk at this point. And Van Hecke, he's also slow as a slug. So Ekitike burning past them isn't really that impressive. Maybe, but he is really quick and he really is confident. The one thing I do wish that he did a little bit better today, and the reason why he's not getting a 10, spoiler alert, is we had many opportunities, especially in that first half, where he could maybe link up with somebody when he had a chance to give them a chance, and he just takes a little bit too long or picks the wrong pass. I'm thinking when he got it on the right wing and Wirtz was sort of coming towards him and Ekitike sort of ran in his space and then crossed it to nobody. I'm thinking when he's trying to dribble a little bit too long, maybe. Although I don't have a problem necessarily with anything that he did today. Just sometimes he could have done stuff a little bit sharper and a little bit better. Maybe quicker is the right word to use. Not better or sharper. Maybe quicker is the more appropriate term. Because he's absolutely electric. He's like chucking a toaster in a bathtub. That's the electricity levels of this fella. It is just when he gets the ball. It really is. The volley is excellent. The header was piss easy. I mean, honestly, you could have stuck my grandma up front. And I've said this before, she's got no hips. She could have jumped off the ground and nodded that one in the net. No problem. If you're watching, Grandma, you could have buried that one. I know it. And then the game was done. It was a goal at a crucial time. Could he have had more? Yes. Did he? I love the one where right at the end, he gets the ball, he does a fake shot, puts two fellas on their ass, runs through, and then does a back heel to absolutely nobody. You're thinking, why have you done that, lad? It cuts to him, and he had Kerkez levels of cramp. His legs were just like completely wooden. If any of you watch Bake Off, and you know who Prue Leaf is, right? She has wooden legs. The most wooden legs there ever have been on a human. And Ekitike went full Prue Leaf legs at that point with the cramp. I mean, those things were like, what's the fella from, what is the pirate's name? Is it Robin Hood? No, it's not bloody Robin Hood. What am I even talking about? He's a Disney fella. It doesn't matter. Ekitike, 9. It'll come to me. Captain Hook. It's bloody Captain Hook. It's coming to me immediately. What's he from? Tinkerbell? I don't know. Wirtz. What are we even saying at this point on the match ratings? When Liverpool win, anything can happen on the match ratings. And Florian Wirtz today, good performance from him. I think that first half was really good. He was popping up all over the pitch and he just looked so comfortable on the ball today. Like, he looked like he had loads of time. I love to see that. His dribbling seems to be improving. And I think that's maybe just adapting to the quickness of the league a tiny bit, in that he knows when he's got time to take a dribble and times when he just has to release the ball. Now, again, doesn't get a goal, doesn't get an assist. But I just thought generally his play seems to be consistently at a much higher level than what we've been seeing at the start of his Liverpool career. He's involved in games a lot, especially the first half today. Second half, we went more counter-attack. He's unlucky, again, a few times not to come away with more from the game. Couple shots that got blocked, couple passes that don't quite come off. Couple instances when he's in great positions and the ball doesn't come to him, or he's slightly overhit and he's not able to take it in the perfect way. Had one where he comes in, I think it might have been when Gomez made that run down the line, and he gets played into him and he controls it and tries to nutmeg Van Hecke, and he just about tackles him. That would have been him through on goal for a great chance. But yeah, really loved the performance from him. Thought he was good. Thought he contributed really well, not only in the attacking sense of the game, but defensively as well. It's got to be said. I mean, he's making tackles at left back against Minter. I mean, that's fantastic. That is really, really good work. The work rate on this fella is amazing. And it's not just that tackle, but he was also making loads of tackles all over the pitch. He's definitely not afraid to get stuck in. He makes, you know, really good, like, actual burst to try and win the ball. It's not just pressing with the sake of, I'm just covering space. He actually wants to come across and make tackles. So that's great. He's not afraid to put his foot in. For me, it's an 8 for me. I think he was good. I think he was slightly above some of the players in that first half as one of our better players. Ekitike is man of the match for me, but Jones and Kerkez and Wirtz, I would say, were all on a very good level with the rest of the team, just a little bit below them today. Not to say that anyone played bad, as you can see from the ratings. Salah, now, if this turns out to be the last time I rate Mo Salah, it's emotional, honestly. Again, I come straight up after the final whistle to record, so I haven't seen any quotes after the game. If anyone spoke about Salah, I'm making that clear. I haven't seen any clips after the game if he's waving goodbye or anything like that. And he might well have been doing that, and it could mean that he's just waving goodbye as he goes to AFCON. Who knows if that was his last game? But what it was great to see is that he got to play a long time, I think, in the game, and that he played well. That's always good to see, and it came in a win. It's a real shame that he couldn't score that goal, because if he scored that goal when Chiesa puts on a plate to him, I was legging over to Anfield, yes, of course, with my undies on my head and my Salah onesie to go and give that fella a kiss, because what a player he's been for Liverpool. Assist for the corner for Ekitike's second goal. That makes him out and out the most goal contributions for one Premier League club. He goes ahead of Wayne Rooney now, who he was level with going into today. So if that is his last game, one final record has been broken by this absolute legend of Liverpool Football Club. It's been a mad week. I don't agree with everything he did this week at all, of course. Now, I was maybe more on the side of that. I can understand his criticism and his frustration. Not that I necessarily agree with it all. Gutted he didn't get that fairy tale ending with the goal if it does turn out to be his last game. But happy that he played well. We won the game. And there was some resemblance of a farewell, if that is a farewell for him. Who knows what might happen. I thought he was pretty good when he came on. And people saying his legs are gone, it's not true. It just plain and simply isn't true. He's still quick. He's still got great stamina. His legs have not gone at all. He's just not the same player that he maybe once was in his younger days. But I don't think his athleticism has declined really at all since last season when he was killing everybody. I'm going to give him a 7. It was a 10 if he scored that goal, but he didn't. And that's a shame. But what a player you've been, Mo. You're definitely not watching, so I don't know why I'm addressing this to you personally. But, maybe there's the off chance Mo Salah does watch the Golden Sky. And if you do, Mo, click subscribe, Isak came on with Robbo at a time when we were very much defending, when Ekitike's legs had gone full Prue leaf. Now, he was quite quiet, wasn't he? Again, we weren't really attacking at that point in the game. He did one good defensive header from a corner. I was like, that's why we spent the money on this fella, to head the ball away from corners, Didier Drogba style. Let's not waste any time on Isak here. Let's just give him his 6 and go to Robbo, who came on randomly at left wing. I mean, this is where we are. We have no players. Literally no one left on the bench. Senior players. Everybody is injured except Robbo, who came on, ends up on the left, helping Kerkez out, whose legs were falling off. And it was honestly a smart move from Slot, to be honest, who deserves a bit of credit, to be honest. He shifted a bit of the tactics of the team. He's got players in the team who deserve to be playing. We've just built a little bit of form. Look, we're not pulling up any trees yet. We're not making anybody stand up and really pay attention. But unbeaten in our last 4 in the league. One against Inter Milan, that makes it 5. That's positive that we're not losing games. I'll take that. And we're winning games, and Robbo came on and helped us do that. He wasn't spectacular at all, but 6 for me, for Robbo. And Chiesa comes on, almost gets the assist for Salah. Who knows, could have been his final goal if he scored it, and it would have been ace if Chiesa, Freddie Church, got the assist. He didn't. He did his job though. He's on the counter attack. He put a couple good balls through to Salah. He's unlucky not to set him up for that one. I just love him. I honestly think he deserves more time, and he's going to get more chances now with Gakpo injured, Salah gone, and yeah, Chiesa's like the only one left basically to sub for Ekitike, Isak. Who else? There isn't really anybody else who plays up in those up top positions. So yes, hopefully we see more of him. Love when the crowd sing his chant, obviously, and I love even more today we heard for the first time, Merry Christmas, Everton. So that's always boss. That's a 10 on its own, that chant. It's my favourite. Chiesa, 7. Good pass. Should have got an assist. That's enough for a bonus point off the bench. And that is it, everybody. That is the match ratings. I really do hope that you did enjoy the ratings today. I hope you did enjoy Liverpool's victory today. I certainly did. And guys, I just want to say, if you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like. We're trying to hit 20 likes on every video at the minute, and we've been absolutely smashing it. So hit that like button. Let's get to 20 likes as fast as possible. Maybe we can even aim for 30. Who knows? But let's get that 20 like mark hit. And please do click subscribe as well. And I want to say, the support on the channel recently, guys, has been absolutely amazing. We're actually not even far off 300 subscribers, which is crazy because 2 days ago I was saying, can we try and hit 250 by Christmas? 2 days. So please do click subscribe. Can we actually try and hit 300 by Christmas? I think we can do it. If you're watching this video, you've watched this point, and you've enjoyed it, click subscribe. Podcast listeners, follow the show, 5-star rating and reviews. Really appreciate you guys listening as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support on the channel. It's so good, and it's great to see that we're building this up when Liverpool are playing well. Hopefully it continues for the rest of the season. I will do a tactical video for this one, likely on Tuesday for Tactical Tuesdays. Hope that you all join us for that one. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekends. I'll speak to you all very soon. Goodbye.